Good evening and welcome to your 20-minute evening wind down YIN yoga class. In today's class, we'll really be focusing on deeply resting and down regulating our nervous systems to prepare for a really nice nourishing night of sleep. I do recommend for a YIN practice to have as many props as possible. These don't have to be the official yoga props. Anything that resembles a yoga block, so a firm book, a food container can be really good. Any kind of cushions and as many as you can. And I do recommend also having a blanket if you'd like to cover yourself at any time, particularly during Shavasana. Let's get started with today's practice. So we'll begin by covering the hands over the heart in a butterfly shape. So the wrists are crossing over each other and both hands melt onto the skin of the chest. Sit nice and tall on a bolster or a pillow. And if you feel comfortable, you're welcome to close down the eyes. Draw your chin in slightly, drawing the skull back in space. And the ears draw up and away from the shoulders. Begin to tap into your natural breath, feeling as it causes the hands to rise gently on the chest and then lower as you exhale slowly. And then begin to tap the hands one at a time gently on the chest to the rhythm of your choosing, perhaps mimicking the pace of your heartbeat. And then exhale the breath wherever it is. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Continue like that with your own pace of the taps. Inhaling for 4 taps and exhaling for 4. Or you may like to extend the exhale to 5 or 6 taps of the chest. Take one more breath like that. And when you finish your last exhale, gently release the hands, bringing them down to the thighs, facing up or down. And we'll take one clearing breath here together. Exhale wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Beautiful. We'll come into our first posture, so you may gently open the eyes. And come off whatever you're sitting on. You are welcome in this posture to sit up on something a little bit thinner, like a rolled up blanket or a smaller cushion. And then extend the legs wide, not to your full capacity, but where you're beginning to feel a bit of sensation between the hips. Bring the fingertips just behind the thighs and lengthen out through the spine. You might like to bring some blocks under your knees here to support you, or some small cushions can work really nicely as well. This can help with that pelvic tilt and also if you have any knee sensitivities. From here, you're welcome to stay upright if this is enough sensation for you. Otherwise, you're welcome to begin folding forward. You might like to come onto a vertical bolster. You might like to bring a bolster or a cushion up onto blocks to support the head. Find something that's supportive for you, where you're not overly rounding through the spine and feeling that your tailbone is tucking under. Still want that bum to be kind of pointing out and away from you. But you're welcome to round through the spine. Find what works for you. There are multiple ways you can create this shape. It's not going to look the same for everyone. And then slowly find your way to your edge. where you're working at a 70% capacity. And see if you can melt into stillness here. Closing the eyes if you feel comfortable to really focus on the internal sensations in this dragonfly posture. If you have folded forward, you do have the option here to come up onto your elbows and place your thumbs into the inner eyes. Just a gentle pressure can be really soothing here. Up into the eyebrow bones. See if you can resist fidgeting here and watch as that urge appears. If it's pain, please do come out of the pose. But if it's discomfort and dis-ease, maybe you follow the choice of watching and witnessing. And see if over time your body melts into where you've taken it. 3 more full breaths here. After your next exhale, begin to gently and slowly make your way up if you folded forward. And once you've come upright, you can bring the hands underneath the knees to help them come in towards each other. Maybe a gentle press together to compress and release through the outside of the hips. And then taking your time, making your way onto your belly if it feels comfortable, into a crocodile position. The feet can be wide or they can be close together, up to you. Hands can be stacked and forehead lands on the hands. Letting yourself be completely soft here. Eyes soft. Notice and watch as the sensations of this posture melt away. From here, we'll stay on our bellies. Bring the elbows around about underneath the shoulders, a little bit further forward, coming up onto your forearms into Sphinx pose. If this is too strong on your lower back, play with drawing the elbows further away. If this is still too strong, you're welcome to bring a cushion underneath the armpits. This can provide some really nice support. You're welcome to also place your forehead down onto a block so that you're not straining to keep the head up in space. Take one more full breath here in your Sphinx, breathing into the belly, feeling the lower back expand and fill. And exhale, seeing if you can melt the legs a little bit further, releasing through the glutes. And remove any props you've used and just make your way back down onto your belly to your crocodile pose. Again, you can stack the palms, forehead to the hands, or you might like to send the arms long beside you, coming onto one cheek. If you have come onto one cheek, please come onto the other side. And then gently make your way back to center. From here, extend your right arm long beside you in line with the shoulder. If you know pinned wing and you like to take it into a cactus, you can, but that can be a little bit stronger for most people. Come onto the fingertips of your left hand. Elbow is nice and high. From here, roll over onto your right hip. You can bend the knees, stacking on top of each other, and lower the temple to the earth or up onto a block. The next option here is to extend both legs out long. If that isn't enough for you, you're also welcome to bring the left leg over, bent over the right leg, opening up and deepening into that right shoulder. Breathe into the back of the heart here. Let yourself find stillness. You're welcome to lower the left elbow. Take 3 more full breaths here, directing it into the space of the heart. After your final breath, just gently come back through center. And come straight onto the other side. This time the left arm extends long or in a cactus shape, shoulder is grounded down. Come onto the fingertips of your right hand and then roll over onto your left hip. Again, knees can be bent at first. Maybe they extend long and maybe the right leg is bent over the left, opening up through the chest a little bit more. Again, you can let that right elbow relax down and you're welcome to bring the temple onto a block if the floor feels a little bit far away. Closing down the eyes if you feel comfortable. Slowing the breath. Bringing your attention back to the breath whenever it wanders. Three more full breaths into the back of the heart space. After your final breath, take your time. Maybe you keep the eyes closed to keep your attention inwards. And then make your way over onto your back, however is comfortable for you. Take your time, move mindfully. There's no rush to be anywhere but on this mat in this body. And we'll take a rebound here. Legs can extend long or they can be bent. Arms open up. Feel into the sensation as it settles through the hands, the arms, the shoulders. See if you can watch it soften and melt away. From here, draw the knees in towards the chest. And then we'll come into a happy baby just for a minute. You can take a hold of the outside edges of the feet, the ankles and shins, or the back of the legs, drawing the knees in towards the armpits. Feet are flexed above the knees. Find whichever variation works for you, working towards keeping the back line of the body grounded, the back of the head, the shoulders, and the lower back, or opening up through the inside of the hips here. Hug your knees in towards your chest one final time. Then when you feel ready, extending out into your Shavasana, again you're welcome to place a pillow under the knees, a blanket under the neck, or a blanket over the top of the body. Get nice and comfortable. Draw the shoulder blades in towards each other, palms are open. Feet can splay out wide, legs relaxed. Gentle tuck of the chin towards the chest to lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathe in, fill the body. Breathe out, feel your bones settle and get heavy. I'll guide you out of your Shavasana when it's time. Begin to gently, in stillness, draw your awareness back into the body, back into the sounds of the body. Maybe the heart slowly beating in your chest, or the breath flowing in and out of the lungs. When it feels cold, you're welcome to bring some movement back into the extremities, the fingers and toes. Maybe a rock of the neck side to side. Keep your awareness inwards. Keep your energy yin-like and restful as you slowly make your way over into a fetal position, knees in towards the chest, over onto your preferred side. Head can be supported by the arm. Let this moment be a reminder that every moment is a chance to begin again, to choose how you approach the world and yourself. Let yourself carry this restful energy into the rest of your evening or night. Slowly make your way up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, crossing the legs or sitting on your shins. Bring your hands to Heart Anjali Mudra, thumbs up into the heart, heart up into the thumbs. And we take one virtual clearing breath together to consolidate the practice. Exhale wherever you are. Inhale deeply, preciously. Exhale softly. Namaste. Sleep well.